Turkey. It's not just a meal, it's the centerpiece of special occasions. Today, I'm gonna help Jeff, who's honoring his late father, create the best turkey my family's ever tasted, but Jeff's never done a turkey on the grill before. Smoking an entire feast takes time, patience, and heart. It's more than a meal for him, and I'm gonna make sure he makes a meal his family will never forget. Let's fire it up. Welcome to Backyard Barbecue Rescue. I'm James from Smokin' Dad Barbecue, and I am passionate about live fire cooking and helping others discover the joy of amazing barbecue at home. I am traveling to the backyards of people in need of help to master the art of live fire cooking. With the right tools and techniques, you can create smokehouse quality meals right in your backyard. Let's fire it up. Jeff, come on out.
Hey, James.
Hey.
What is all this cool stuff?
Well, you said you wanted help to remember your dad's great turkey, and to do that, you need a great grill. And thanks to the sponsors, I have some amazing tools to leave behind once we're done cooking today's awesome turkey.
Wow, this is amazing.
So your dad was the grill master in the family doing Thanksgiving turkeys on a grill?
So my dad would cook anything and everything on a grill. He was a great barbecuer, and he did all of our big family meals all the time. My dad was always the person that would prepare these great holiday feasts, and he was a great cook. I mean, he actually passed away around Thanksgiving a number of years ago, and since then we haven't had him able to cook us those wonderful meals. So I want to be able to carry on that holiday tradition of kind of the big feast.
Family is a staple of Thanksgiving, and while there's big shoes that sometimes maybe aren't meant to be filled, I'm a huge fan of helping a family tradition live on. So I'm gonna break it down and make it really simple so that you can create a new legacy for your own family of turning out amazing Thanksgiving turkey.
I've never barbecued turkey, and it seems very daunting to me. If I screw this up for the holidays, I'll never hear the end of it from my family and my friends.
It's time for buttermilk salt brine. So this is step one at the delete button for dry turkey. So what I've done is I've dropped a food safe bag in our Home Depot bucket. Handy for many things, but food safe it is not.
Beautiful.
I'm adding a cup of Diamond Crystal kosher salt, and then start adding buttermilk until we have our bird completely covered.
Let me start opening these up for you.
Thanks.
When we were pouring buttermilk into the Home Depot bag, that was hilarious. I was just like, oh, more milk, more milk, more milk.
All right, we're covered and in the fridge. You got room?
I'll make room.
All right, let's go. It's time for compound butter injection. If we were to add a whole bunch of aromatics on the outside of the turkey, it might smell great when we're prepping, but those are prone to burning, which is why we're incorporating those flavors through our butter injection.
So you flavor the inside, and then after that, we're gonna flavor the outside as well. So we're like double shotting the flavor on it.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's gonna be good. Wow, you can really start to smell that.
Right? Just starting to wake up all those aromatics. So now that our compound butter is fully incorporated, we're ready to strain off some of the larger solid ingredients.
I'll hold that for you.
Watch yourself. Perfect. And this is just removing some of those larger solids. They'll just clog up our injector. And now we are ready to start injecting. I like to always start in prioritizing the breast meat.
Okay, cool.
So we're gonna slide in. Don't wanna poke through and puncture the skin, but by moving the injector around a little bit, we're creating a pocket to leave as much butter as possible. If you watch right here as I pump, see right here, look at the breast filling up.
Yeah.
Let's do the other side now. Kind of pull the injector back, so I'm working my way from front to back of the breast. So next, I'll try and get a little bit in our thighs. A couple pumps, and that's full.
You're just filling until it kind of overflows a little bit and then moving on to the next spot, it looks like.
You can sort of see, like right there, once I start pumping and then it's running out the front,
yeah,
that's as much butter as I'm gonna get. So we don't wanna overdo it to the point where we actually cause an explosion. Ask me how I know that that can happen.
Uh-huh.
Come in from the top side, finish the last of our butter.
So are you shooting that into part of the breast as well, like
Yes.
the lower part?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely feel that.
Perfect.
Surgery complete.
And our last step now is just to add a little bit of salt on the outside. So this salt right now is not for seasoning, it's only to help accelerate the drying process in the pursuit of even more crispy skin.
Okay.
Let's get this back in the refrigerator. Herb bombs. It's a great way to add some seasonal yet subtle smoke. So we're actually gonna smoke with what I like to call fresh herb bombs. We want a Thanksgiving theme. We've got some fresh sage, rosemary, and thyme. We're gonna tie them together and throw these directly in our fire. So that's what's gonna give us our smoke. And it's gonna give an amazing aroma without overpowering poultry.
And I guess we're just burning them, so really it doesn't need to be pretty.
They just wanna hold our herbs together. So we'll just add one of these at a time. We may or may not use all of them, but we've got plenty ready to go. I think we're ready now to move into prepping our dry rub. This is my turkey dry rub. So to make our dry rub, we're gonna make up 2 tablespoons of fresh cracked black pepper. And I'll always stress the importance here of fresh cracked makes a big difference. If you're gonna go for the pre-ground stuff, you're not going to get the oils and the aromas. So we were talking about smelling the ingredients before.
Oh yeah,
Right?
I love that fresh ground pepper smell.
Makes a world of difference. About there in our cap is 2 tablespoons of pepper, just a little bit of finishing salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic. How are you for heat?
I like it a little spicy.
So the paprika and the cayenne are gonna give us a nice roasted sort of look. A little bit of thyme and a little bit of dried sage, just a little bit of nutmeg.
What's a holiday meal without nutmeg?
Right? I never met a turkey I didn't truss. All right, so everyone's favorite part, trussing a bird. I heard you're a boat guy.
Yeah, so I do boat knots, but I don't know about bird knots. I'll try my best.
The key steps here, first we want to keep our wingtips from flopping around. So exactly what you've got going sort of right underneath each wing, and then nice and tight to hold everything together.
I also tie a lot of hockey skates, so.
Since we have extra, we can flip.
Oh, wrap it around again.
Got our wings in, perfect. Nice and tight. Next, we want to redo our legs. As this skin shrinks and tightens up, this will snap. So tie them nice and tight. We actually want to pull the turkey now together so that it stays nice and compact. We're gonna put our seasoning on the outside and then we'll insert the skewer. We'll find about center line.
You just stab it right through.
Yeah, stab right through. We're trying our best to give a visual balance so that we have no problems spinning it.
Certainly is an elegant act.
Not glamorous, but important. And then we'll actually tie it to the forks themselves.
Is that so that when the bird shrinks, it doesn't lose its positioning on the forks?
Exactly.
Okay. This really is a 2-person job, eh?
Can be. Should have mentioned the boat part until later.
That's okay. I don't mind being put to work a little.
And as you can see, we've manhandled it.
Yeah, we've manhandled it a little bit.
A little bit.
Of our
so
seasoning going on there.
We'll make it beautiful again. That looks good. I think we are ready to fire up the egg.
All right, let's go.
It's time to fire it up. First thing I'm gonna do is remove the fire grate. Set that aside. Kick Ash Can and Basket was kind enough to send you an upgrade. It makes ash cleanup easier. So this drops down right below. So you notice we have a 2-part. We have our fire bowl. That's where our main fire and cooking is all going to be done. So that's there to protect the outside of your egg. But I'm gonna remove the riser, set that aside in a safe spot. Drop in our Kick Ash Basket. This is where our charcoal is gonna go.
How do you know how much charcoal to use?
I just basically look for a half basket that is stacked towards the back and then be able to pull them forward directly under the bird later. So we want to have a manageable amount of coal. I've also not gone so high that when we drop in our half moon and grid, it's just going to be able to sit directly over the coals just like so.
That controls like the direct heat on the bird as
Exactly.
it's cooked.
So it's a bit of
crisping.
a protector for the first part of the cook, and then we'll remove it and we'll rake our coals under. We get to my favorite part, fire it up.
That thing really makes lighting a barbecue clean and easy, eh?
Oh yeah, it's also great for getting weeds out of your driveway. So we'll just give this a second now. Bottom vent all the way open, top of our regulator all the way open. And once we have some heat, we're ready to install the rotisserie unit and add our turkey.
The Big Green Egg itself is such a cool grilling tool, right? Just to be able to totally take my grilling to the next level is absolutely amazing.
All right, so now we're nearly up to temperature. It's reading 250 degrees. This is a good opportunity to drop in the rotisserie ring, and you'll see that it closes and seals up nice and tight against the front. And we can put our rotisserie motor right on the side shelf here, and we'll give this another few minutes, and we're ready to go get our bird on.
All of those little nuanced things that we put together to create that perfect bird.
All right, let's open her up.
Before it even went on the grill was a lot of the things that I had been missing in my cooking skills and my cooking life that have allowed me to now, you know what, I think is gonna be able to take it to the next level.
If you can grab a meter probe for us, we'll install this into our breast. This is exactly what we need. We're nice and centered. The bird's not hitting anything, not binding on the rotisserie. Before we close it up, we wanna add in one of our smoke bombs. Do you have those handy?
Yes, I do.
One last sniff.
Yeah, that's so fragrant.
So I'm gonna be able to reach right in and actually push that right into the active coals.
Those smoke bombs that James taught me how to make were amazing. You could smell those super intense, rich, beautiful flavors.
We're getting smoke, but we're also getting those fresh aromatics. So let's get your phone out. We're gonna set up the meter app to track today's cook. We're gonna set it to about 155 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna check everywhere before we actually remove it with a spot thermometer. But this is kind of like if you were golfing, use your driver to get close to the pin and use your putter to finish it up. That's exactly what we're gonna use our tools for today.
The aromatics of the thyme, the rosemary, and the sage just emanating through the backyard while we were grilling was just amazing.
So the meter has sent an alert to your phone letting us know that we are at 155. I've used our Chef's Temp X10 to probe around a couple different areas, including the dark meat where our meter's not reading. So we're about 5 degrees below where we want to be able to pull off and then move to the rest. It's time to start going from low and slow, sort of indirect grilling to over the coals, focusing on that last little bit of crispiness on the skin. We're actually gonna finish our cook now, dome open, and I'm going to use a pair of high heat gloves and remove our deflector stone if I can manage around the bird here.
That's nice. You can just lift the whole thing there to get that out.
We're now going to actually interact directly with our coals and rake them directly underneath our turkey. I might even grab a few more coals just so we get some open flames and we can focus on finishing the skin.
There you go. I had kind of always thought that you want to really enhance flavor whenever you're grilling or smoking, but James really showed me that something like turkey, it needs to be delicate. It needs to be soft, and it needs to be flavors that match the food that you're trying to cook.
So we've got our turkey. Look at that. Looks amazing.
Oh my God, that is so juicy. The end result of all of that prep came together perfectly, and I think without that, we wouldn't have ended up with obviously a bird that juicy and flavorful.
How's that look for
Oh wow, look at those
meat?
juices. That is the tenderest turkey I've ever seen in my life. James squeezed that turkey breast and the juices just trickled all over, and that first bite.
Ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't think I can describe how amazing that turkey tasted. That's so good, but the skin is so crispy.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And not just that, the texture of it. It was so soft, it was so juicy. I've never had a turkey breast that was that tender and soft. It was amazing.
We're not getting just butter, or we're not getting just the smoke, we're not getting just the dry rub, but you're having everything come together. And the most important thing for me, when I dive in and taste this, it still tastes like turkey. We haven't taken away from what we're actually cooking.
It creates the holiday turkey, right? It's all of those special moments that I get to share with family and friends, and they may not notice all the nuances there, but they'll really enjoy the meal, and it'll be special to them, and that's what matters to me.
Would this make your dad proud, and would you be proud to serve this to friends and family?
Yeah, this turkey would absolutely make my dad proud. And he's up there knowing that I'm gonna be able to give my family the amazing Thanksgiving dinners that he always gave us. So that's something I'm really excited about doing and continuing on that tradition.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to be part of helping sort of share some knowledge that you can continue a tradition and make many more amazing holiday meals for your friends and family in the years to come.
Thanks so much. This has just been fantastic.
I'm going for
I'm having another piece too, yeah.
Can you believe there was a time where I actually hated turkey? But I never had this turkey. And once you have this turkey, you'll never go back. It is so juicy. That's it for today. I'm James signing off. Don't be afraid to fire it up.